Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time here, you're welcome to Style by Tyrone. And in this video we'll be learning how to make this beautiful blouse. If this is what you would like to learn, do want to continue watching, and also please do not forget to like, subscribe, and also drop a beautiful comment. I've gone ahead to draft out these basic measurements, but I'll also do well to explain them step by step. So the measurement I have now, I have my vertical measurement, which is my bust point, my front half length, and also my full blouse length. And I also have my nipple to nipple measurement marked out, which is this line that I have here. And for me, I used 4 inches for mine. So the next measurement which I went ahead to mark out was my neck width measurement. So for my neck width, I used 3.5 inches for my neck width. And also for my neck depth, I used 3 inches for my neck depth. So after marking this out, I went ahead to use my curved pattern ruler to connect it together. So the next thing after my neck measurement was that I went ahead to mark out my shoulder length measurement. And for me, I have 7.5 inches. And I also came down by 1 inch for my shoulder slant from my shoulder length measurement. And after which I used my pattern ruler to connect to my neck width, just as you see me do. So right now, and the next thing I went ahead to do was to mark out my chest line, and I came down by 7 inches away from my shoulder length. And I also ensured the line I had was accurate, which I also went ahead to mark out this line. And I got the midpoint of my chest line measurement, and right there I came in by 3/4 inch, and which I also used my straight ruler to first connect from my shoulder length, sorry, from my shoulder slant down there, and also went ahead to mark out my bust round divided by 4, and whatever measurement I had, I went ahead to mark it out. I also used my curve pattern ruler to connect my armhole completely. So that is that. So right now, the next thing I want to go ahead to do is to go up to mark my darts measurement. And for my dart measurement, I'm going to go ahead to mark half inch on both sides. So which is I'm taking 1 inch for my dart measurement. And I'm going to connect to my bust point just as you see me do. And from there, I'm going to go ahead to come down by 8 inches and also go ahead to close up my dart leg on that 8 inches. You could actually do 4 to 5 inches, which is also fine. So right now, next thing I also want to do now is to go ahead to mark out my waist round measurement and also add my 1 inch dart intake to that measurement. So after which now I'm going to go ahead to connect these to my chest line. So right now on my full blouse length measurement, I'll go ahead to divide my hip round by 4. Whatever measurement I have, I went ahead to add about, I wanted to add about 2.5 inches, but I ended up adding about 3.5 inches allowance to my full blouse length. So after marking that, I'm going to go ahead to connect this now to my hip round. And the reason why I just went ahead to stay with this 3.5 was because I'm still going to come up by 3 inches, and I do not want my fullness to be shortened. So I'm going to go ahead to use what I have, exhaust everything that I have here, and go ahead to connect. So right now I've gone ahead to connect, and the next thing is now from my midpoint, I'm going to go ahead to come in by 3 inches, and also from my half length I'm going to go ahead to come in by 1.5 inches, and I will use my straight ruler to connect this with a straight line. So the next thing I'll be doing now on my side, I want to go ahead to come up by 3 inches. So after marking my 3 inches, next thing I want to go ahead to connect it is the 3 inches which we came in from the center. You might want to make yours curve, or you might want to make yours straight, but I will be using straight. And I also went ahead to add about 1 inch because I wanted my slant to form very well. So that's 4 inches which I'm using on the side, and I've gone ahead to connect it. So right here for my side, that I went ahead to mark about 1 inch, which is the difference between my front half length and my back half length. So I'm sorry for that. My camera went off at that point. So after marking the 1 inch, I just went ahead to connect to my bust point just as you see me do. And at this point, I'll say we are done with the front, and I just want to go ahead to cut this pattern out. And next thing we'll do is to proceed to the back. Now for my back, I just want to go ahead to extend whatever measurement I have from the front to the back, like my bust point measurement. And the only difference is that for my back half length it is going to be 1 inch shorter than my front half length, and also my blouse full length is going to be 1 inch shorter than the front blouse full length. So these are the vertical measurements we'll be working with, and basically we're just going to go ahead to return some of the measurements we have in the front to the back. So for the neck width, we maintain the same thing which we had in the front of 3.5 inches, and also for my shoulder length, I'm also maintaining the same 7.5 inches, and I also went ahead to come down by 1 inch. And also on my, no, this is not where I'm going to take this measurement. I'm going to go ahead to come down by 7 inch from my shoulder slant and go ahead to connect it just to get my chest line, and I've gone ahead to connect. So right now I'm going to go ahead to get the midpoint here and come in by half inch here, and also go ahead to mark out my bust round divided by 4. Whatever measurement I have, I will go ahead to return it, and also use my straight ruler to connect that, and also use my curved pattern part to coordinate this. Now for my back neck depth, I'll be using 1 inch, which I've gone ahead to mark, and I've also go ahead to connect with my pattern ruler. So the next thing I'll be doing now is on my back half length, I'm going to go ahead to come in by half inch for my zipper slant, and I'm going to go ahead to connect my half inch to my neck depth measurement. And also from there, I'm going to go ahead to come down by 8 inch, and also from this, that's where I'm going to use to close up the half inch measurements which I went ahead to. For my zebra slant, I went ahead to mark out my nipple to nipple measurement of 4 inch, and because I'm going to return this to my bust point, I went ahead to measure what I had, and I went ahead to return that both on my bust point and also on my full length, and which I'll be using my straight pattern ruler to connect it. So after connecting this, now the next thing I want to go ahead to do is also to return our dart measurement, waist dart measurement, and the same half inch which I took for the front is what I'm going to be using here on both sides. And after which I'm going to come down by 8 inch from my back half length and go ahead to connect, after also connecting to the bust point on the top. So right now, next thing we want to go ahead to do now is to mark out our waist round measurement divided by 4, and also go ahead to add about 1 inch, which is we took for our dart. So after marking that out, I went ahead also to connect to my bust point, and like we did exhaust for the front, I also went ahead to exhaust this line, that's adding about 3.5 inches. So from this side also, like we did for the front, I'm going to go ahead to come up by 4 inch. So I've went ahead to come by 4 inches and gone ahead to curve that. So right now we are done with our pattern for both the front and the back, and next thing I'm going to proceed to do now is to go ahead to cut out my pattern. Now the next thing I want to go ahead to proceed to is to cut the fabric. And before cutting the fabric, I would just want to say there's just a little thing we're supposed to do for the front at the neck part. So right here, this is my front pattern that I've gone ahead to cut out. Now I'm going to go ahead to come in from here by 4 inches, and after which I will just want to go ahead to curve it slightly with my pattern ruler, and this is just to form the style which we have at the neck. So I just want to go ahead to curve it slightly just as you see me do, and after which I want to go ahead to cut out. So after now, you can then go ahead to proceed to cut to fabric. So right now, this is my back piece, and I've gone ahead to cut to fabric. I added 1 inch to my side, I added half inch round, and for my zipper I added about 1 inch. So this is what I have for my back piece. And next thing I want, so this is our front, and I've gone ahead to cut out also. So I went ahead to gum my cloth gum to this, and I went ahead to add about half inch allowance round only for the side where I went ahead to add about 1 inch, and I also went ahead to cut for my lining. And next thing we want to proceed to do now is to cut, mark out our darts measurements. Is that I'm going to get my pin, and I'm going to go ahead to mark out on my dart leg round, like everywhere that I have it, so that I can go ahead to trace out. So for my dart leg down, instead of using the 8 I used, I went ahead to remark for 5, and I went ahead to mark that out. So right now I want to go ahead to get my pattern ruler to trace out every line for that I marked out for the pins where I marked out, and I'll just want to go ahead to draw my darts. Right now, after doing this for the back, you also want to go ahead to repeat the same process for the front. So for the front, the process is same thing. The only thing that for front we have our side dart. So this is for my front, which I've gone ahead to do that. And if you notice here, for my front, after marking my side dart, I came in by 1 inch. And the 1 inch is where I'm going to start sewing from. So I did not get to my bust point. So I have another method if you do not want to use. So this method which I will be showing is what I actually do prefer. So what you will do is to go ahead to mark out your vertical measurement. So I'm going ahead to mark out my bust point. And while marking out my bust point, I'm adding extra half inch to it, which I've gone ahead to rule it out. And the next measurement I'll be marking now is my half length measurement, which I also went ahead to add about half inch allowance to that. And the reason why I'm adding half inch is because of the extra allowance we gave when we were marking out. So right now from the midpoint, I'm going ahead to mark out 4 inches for my bust span measurement. And I'm also coming down by 4 inches for my dart leg. So I'm not going to use 8 inches here again. And right here on my dart leg, I'm going to go ahead to mark out half inches on both sides. And after marking this, I want to go ahead to connect. So after marking the dart, you just want to go ahead and mark out your dart leg, and after which you want to also go ahead to sew your dart. So which is, I'll go ahead now to my sewing machine to sew my dart for both the lining and also for my main fabric. So right here, I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what I have for my dart for both the front and for my side dart, and this is my lining dart also. So if you could remember, I mentioned earlier that your side dart should not get your bust point. You should just make it 1 inch away from your bust point. So for your lining, you should go ahead to cut out everything exactly as the main fabric, but when cutting out, please take note that the lining should be 1 inch shorter than the actual fabric, which is what I have here. So right now, the next thing after sewing my dart that I want to do now is to go ahead to sew the hem first, and I'll be sewing in by half inch. So I just want to go ahead and sew my hem by half inch and also repeat the same process for these other parts. So I'll just go to my sewing machine to do that now. So right here, I'm done with that, and because our lining is 1 inch shorter, this midpoint is not going to align. So what you want to do now is to ensure it aligns well, and we are going to be sewing it. So while ensuring it aligns well, you'll notice that your hem is going to look like this, and you go ahead to sew by half inch on both left and right side. You just want to ensure that it aligns well, and when aligning it well, you might want to use your office pin to hold it down so it does not shake when sewing. So after doing that, after sewing that, the next thing you want to go ahead to come to sew is your neck. So I'll just want to go ahead to sew on my neck to my lining by half inch round. Do that to sew by half inch round, and also you also want to go ahead to sew to your armhole and also sew to your sides. But for me, I won't be doing that because I want to go ahead to serge mine. So right here, I'm done with that, and this is what my back, the wrong side of my fabric look like. And you want to go ahead now to notch round. So this midpoint, ensure to notch there well, and also here ensure to notch the neck round well. So like I said earlier, I did not bother to sew my side because I'm going to serge. So the next thing I want to do now is to go ahead to turn over. So right here, I have my back, which I've also gone ahead to sew the dart. And next thing I want to do now is to go ahead to sew my zip. So you just want to go ahead to get your zip to sew to your back. So right here, I'm done with that. And the next thing I want to do now is to, this is what it actually looks like now. So the next thing I want to go ahead now to do is to go ahead to get my lining to sew to it. And first and foremost, I would just want to go ahead to open my zip and get the lining and lay on each side. So this is my lining, and also for my lining, I've also gone ahead to sew my darts to it. So I'll get the lining for the correct pattern. Like I said, the back lining too should be 1 inch shorter than your dress length. So I'll go ahead now to sew the hem for both sides. And right here, I'm done sewing the hem, and this is what I have. So the next thing I just want to do now is to go ahead to adjust my neck to meet with the neck of the lining. And when doing that, I'm going to go ahead to sew this part here that you see me shown, and also go ahead to sew the neck. And if you also want to go ahead to sew your armhole and the side, you might want to do that, but for me, I'll just be sewing just the zipper part here and the neck alone. So this is what I have after sewing, and I went ahead to turn over for this part. So I would just want to go ahead to show this part I've not gone ahead to turn over. So please, for that top part where the zip is, you want to go ahead to top stitch, and also want to go ahead to notch for the neck. And after notching your neck, you want to go ahead to turn over. So I would just want to go ahead to turn over, and after turning over, I'll show you what it looks like. So for me, I didn't sew the sides, but you might also want to go ahead to sew the sides. But I didn't sew the sides because I didn't want to. I don't like stressing when turning over, since I know I'm also going to go ahead to search. So this is what my zipper looks like, and I just want to go ahead to trim this one that is disturbing me here. So I'm just going to go ahead now and zip and show you what it looks like. So at this point, we're almost done, and the next thing after here is that we're going to go ahead to get our front piece and sew to the and join both the front and the back together. So right now, the next thing I'll just want to do, I'll go ahead to get my front piece to join to my back. So for my front piece, I would just want to show you how you want to go ahead to sew for the shoulder and also for the side after showing for the shoulder. So you want to go ahead, your lining, and turn it over just as you see me do. And on the shoulder, you want to go ahead to sew the front shoulder and the back shoulder by ½ inch, and you do well to do this for both sides. After that, the next thing you now want to do is to go ahead to sew your sides by 1 inch allowance, or whatever sewing allowance which you left. So right now, this is my sleeve. I went ahead to measure from the top to the length 22 inches, which is what I'm going to be using. And for the width of this sleeve, I'm using 11 inches, which I marked at the hem. And for this top part, I want to go ahead to mark out 7.5 inches. So how I'm getting this 7.5 inches is that on my actual dress, I just want to go ahead to measure out my armhole measurement, and I'll remove 1.5 from it, and that's how I went about to get my 7.5 inches. On the mark where I got my 7.5 inches, I came down by 5 inches, and from the midpoint I also came in by 3 inches, and I'm just going to use my free hand to connect these together. So just a little recap, like I said earlier, I went ahead to measure for the width 7.5 inches, and how I got that 7.5 inches was my armhole. I went ahead to measure it round. Whatever I had, I minus 1.5 inches from it to get my 7.5. From the point where I marked my 7.5, I came down by 5 inches and also went ahead to also mark 3 inches. So right now, the next thing I would just want to do now is to go ahead to measure round this armhole and ensure that my armhole measurement is exactly what I have, with extra 1 inch for sewing allowance. So from this mark here, I just want to go ahead to mark a straight line down first, come down maybe by 1 or 1.5 inches before from that line I went ahead to connect from the line there to the end. And right here I've gone ahead to cut out to fabric, and I had this unfold into before cutting out. So I added ½ inch round, and for my side I added 1 inch, and to the hem I also went ahead to add about 1 inch. Next thing I'll do now is to go ahead to fold my hem and also go ahead to sew my sleeve to dress. So thank you for watching.